Church Without Walls, Deaf Ministry, $16,500. 95 to 98% of all deaf people do not believe in Jesus or attend worship. There are millions of deaf people in our state and the world, and they often do not have people in their lives who can share the gospel in their own language, sign language. Most deaf people find it hard to understand the written word, and therefore often cannot learn about Jesus by reading the Bible, Bible studies, or devotionals. With this grant, Internet technology will be used through Church Without Walls on 2 Internet sites to stream video in sign language. Through this mission, we will reach deaf people who otherwise die each day without faith in Jesus, and also strengthen the faith of deaf people who already know Jesus. This will include purchasing broadcast equipment and digital cameras, expanding online and production resources, and training people to use this newly upgraded equipment.
Church Worker Student Grant, $30,000. Church workers are critically needed in both the church and at large in the mission field. Our South Wisconsin district has over 200 students preparing for full-time work in the church. These students are dedicated to passing the good news about Jesus to all people to whom they minister. An undergraduate education costs up to $40,000 per year, and our seminary up to $49,000 per year. These high costs have caused genuine hardship for most students, causing some to delay their Christian education or to drop out entirely. During the last year, our LCMS district provided aid to 80 church worker students, but the amount awarded was only 4% of their unmet need. This mission grant will help alleviate some of the financial pressure on the church worker students and also help them to stay in school through graduation.
Veterans Helping Veterans in the Concordia University System, $5,000. Returning veterans face an increasing amount of challenges as they resume civilian life. The newly chartered Post 1881 on the campus of Concordia University in Mequon is comprised of students, staff, and alumni from the university. Eduardo Gaza, Jr., a U.S. Navy Reserve veteran and former intelligence officer in Iraq, speaks as the new commander of Post 1881. There was a need because we didn't have a veteran organization on campus. We wanted to do something that was significant, that shows people we care about are veterans and their families. With an influx of veterans using the GI Bill to return to college, the Concordia University system provides an excellent opportunity to provide care to military families. A successful mentoring program will enable veterans to thrive and complete their collegiate career with spiritual support. The purpose of this mission grant is to equip military veterans to serve as peer counselors on Concordia University campuses. Funds will be used to develop resources that would encompass and promote collaboration with other veteran support entities.
Refuge House Renovation, Place of Refuge Ministries of South Wisconsin, $20,000. Refuge House is our long-term shelter for pregnant women and their children. We have been using it to serve homeless pregnant women for over 14 years. Place of Refuge Ministries helps moms fulfill their dreams and bring them into God's kingdom through baptism. Entire families are baptized. A Muslim family is baptized. Volunteers have made our shelter interior beautiful. However, the outside must be brought up to code and made safe for our moms and their children. Architects tell us it is no longer safe for our residents. The purpose of this mission grant is to provide and secure a safe refuge by renovating 2 emergency exit stairs and repairing the second floor and roof overhangs. Financial assistance to Concordia Theological Seminary Clothing and Food Co-op, Fort Wayne, $15,000. Concordia Theological Seminary prepares men and women to serve God as pastors and deaconesses of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. During their preparation, these students struggle to afford the cost of providing healthy food for themselves and their families. The Concordia Seminary Food Bank makes seminary preparation more affordable by providing healthy food and personal care items at no cost to seminarians. So, what can the Food Co-op provide seminarians in a calendar year? 3,500 gallons of milk, 24,000 eggs, 37,000 pounds of fresh fruits and vegetables, 32,000 pounds of staple food items from the local food bank, and 5,000 packages of cereal, 2,000 pounds of ground beef, 3,500 packages of cheese, and 3,500 containers of yogurt, 13,000 pounds of paper products, bakery items from local grocery stores and Panera, and medicine supplies. In fact, this student is pictured at the LWML medicine cabinet. The purpose of this mission grant is to purchase perishable foods for seminarians and their families who shop at the food bank each month.
Widows Milk Mission Society, India, $5,000. For widows in India, a cow can be a means of income. Bethel Lutheran Church, founded in 1952 with the help of an LCMS missionary, has continued to grow to approximately 200 communicant members. Bethel currently has more than 25 widows who have been financially affected by their husband's death or abandonment. Bethel Lutheran desires to provide dairy cows and milking supplies to widows in their church, so that their families will have a source of milk protein and revenue from the sale of extra milk, creating a milk society. This will also provide additional opportunities to witness the gospel of Christ. The purpose of this mission grant is to purchase milking cows and milking supplies, and to form a milk society to help women feed their children, generate an income, and further share the gospel in India. Free at Last Ministry to Women, $25,000. Pastor Afam Ikani is the LCMS chaplain at the House of Correction in Franklin. Through worship, Bible studies, instruction classes, and one-on-one counseling, he brings the gospel to the male inmates, but the women are limited to hearing the word only in corporate worship. With the growing population of women inmates, there is a great need for a part-time female deaconess to bring them the gospel, as Pastor Ikani is able to do for the men. When men and women are released from the House of Correction, Pastor Ikani and others continue to serve them through Free at Last Ministries at Mission of Christ Lutheran Church in Milwaukee. The purpose of this mission grant is to expand Free at Last Ministries to women by serving the incarcerated, formerly incarcerated, and their families. This we will do by providing funds for the salary and benefits package for a Lutheran deaconess to serve as chaplain at the House of Correction, and through Free at Last Ministries at Mission of Christ Lutheran Church.
Telling the Story DVD devotional series for shut-ins, $16,000. Telling the Story DVD devotional series for shut-ins seeks to create a DVD series containing 50 20-minute Christian Bible-based homilies and hymns. This video ministry will reach out to people of all faiths in our nursing homes, hospice, and assisted living centers. This DVD series will make chapel services available every week for activity directors and residents to use and to broadcast on any in-house television. With the shortage of LCMS healthcare chaplains and the growing elderly population, this media will help fill spiritual needs in lieu of or in addition to pastoral care, as 1/3 of Wisconsin healthcare centers do not have any pastors or chaplains conducting devotional services for residents with any regularity. The purpose of this mission grant is to complete the production, manufacture, and distribution of the devotional DVD series for shut-ins, and for nursing home, hospice, and assisted care living residents who have little or no spiritual care.
Concordia Seminary, St. Louis Food Bank, $15,000. Concordia Seminary Food Bank provides free of charge healthy food, household, personal care, and baby items to seminarians and their families. The food bank is a vital and wonderful blessing to our seminarians, providing them with essential budgetary relief. The food bank is open to all seminary students, regardless of whether they are single, married, and with children, or whether they live on campus or elsewhere in the St. Louis area. The food bank is supported solely by contributions, both monetary and in the form of donated food, personal care, and household items. Although the food bank, very thankfully, receive a good deal of in-kind donations, it is still necessary to order approximately $9,500 worth of items each month to keep the shelves stocked. This comes from crucial monetary gifts from individuals, churches, and organizations, including a number of very caring LWML districts. The purpose of this mission grant is to provide healthy food, household, personal care, and baby items for over 200 seminarians and their families who shop at the food bank each month.
Teaching Children as Christ Taught Us, $12,000. Lutheran Special School and Education Services provides quality Christian education to children who struggle with specific learning challenges. Often families, some low income and unchurched, are not able to afford the education they desire for their children. It is our mission to reach these children with the saving message of Christ's love regardless of financial status. As we help them realize their potential as a child of God, they will discover the academic, social, spiritual, and emotional potential they possess. Lutheran Special School and Education Services is the only Lutheran special education program in the South Wisconsin district. The purpose of this mission grant is to assist 3 low-income families with tuition to enroll their special needs children in the Lutheran Special School and Education Services.
Sealet, Togo, Africa Seminary Dorms, partial funding $1,600. Seminary students and their families come from LCMS partner churches in the widespread region of Francophone countries to study for 3 years at the Lutheran Center for Theological Studies Seminary in Togo, Africa. Current living arrangements are a persistent and distracting struggle, including property disputes. The construction of dormitory buildings for future students of theology and their families will allow students to concentrate on studies, provide a safer environment, and allow for a cohesive Sealet student community. The property had been acquired many years ago, and finally the construction begins on the dorms themselves. Sealet Seminary in Togo is seeking to construct 35 to 40 dorm units. Here is the laying of the first stone on the construction of the first student dormitory built. Installation of Reverend Jacob Gaugert, missionary to Togo, took place in May of 2015. The purpose of this mission grant is to construct one dorm for seminary students and their families, to provide a safer environment, and to allow for a cohesive CELAT student community.